don't test me.
You don't impress me, so don't test me, no.
So don't test me, no. Don't test me.
Don't test me. Don't test me. Don't test me.
Don't test me.
Test me. Don't test me. Don't test me. Don't test me.
Don't test me.
Don't test me.
Don't test me.
Yeah. All right. Son of Augustin style, you get me? Yeah. New whip outside is different. Ask me where to cop it, mind your business. New whip outside, I'm vicious. Ask me where to cop it, I'll admit it. Can't you tell that I'm riding with it? 5 or 6, I can't find those digits. Line them up and say mind your business. Don't you know that my mind is different? Can't you tell that I'm riding with it? 5 or 6, I can't find those digits. Line them up and say mind your business. Don't you know that I'm riding with it? I'm riding with it. You can't see the size, ain't norm. I ain't reached my final form. I gotta teach inside the storm. I gotta reach inside it. No, I don't need beside him. By and large, I don't preach no violence. Wifey right beside him. I am calm, I am different. I enlisted, fired up but not find the mischief. I am one to find time and listen. Lighten up the entire district. I am one to take time and find it. If they hate, they can't ride beside us. New whip, this time we ride it. All my people know out of towners. Yeah. New whip outside is different. Ask me where to cop it, mind your business. New whip outside, I'm vicious. Ask me where to cop it, I'll admit it. Can't you tell that I'm riding with it? 5 or 6, I can't find those digits. Line them up and say mind your business. Don't you know that my mind is different? Can't you tell that I'm riding with it? 5 or 6, I can't find those digits. Line them up and say mind your business. Don't you know that I'm riding with it? Don't you know that we timeless? That thing we cop, can't hide it. That thing we drop, can't find it. That new car drop, we ride it. Pull up, park up right beside a full-time rapper. Check my mileage. I gotta move the minus. I got a new allowance. Another one, can't be. They say I done enough, they can't see. I'm not a runner-up who can't breathe. I'm still the son of what? Of Augustine. How I keep coming up and then erupting. Looking like I should never be amongst them. I should be out there in the function. Young and free, the end of discussion. Whoa. The end of discussion. Whoa. Young and free, the end of discussion. Whoa. The end of discussion. Whoa. Yeah, new whip outside is different.
The backyard rivalry renews with everything on the line this afternoon for a spot in the regionals as they fight for their tournament lives. Top-seeded Lexington and number 4 Ontario about to go head-to-head, and you can enjoy all the action live and free. District Championship Girls Soccer kicks off your Saturday afternoon. Next.
Kitchen supply, we're contractors and do-it-yourselfers. This is Jeff Flowers from Home and Kitchen Supply, here to remind you that we are your best source for kitchens, baths, windows, doors, floors, and more. Quality products, friendly service, great prices. You owe it to yourself to give us a try. You will be glad you did. That's Home and Kitchen Supply, 163 North Diamond Street, downtown Mansfield. We're building our future with you.
At Avita Home Health and Hospice, our caring professionals are ready to serve you with personally tailored services designed to meet the unique needs of each individual. When we take on a patient at Avita Home Health and Hospice, they really do feel like family. So when we take care of our family, we want to take care of the whole person. So we take care of them from our nurses, our aides, our physical, occupational, and speech therapists, but we also have people that tend to their hearts. So we have social workers, we have chaplains, and people that can help with the emotional side of their care.
At Avita Home Health and Hospice, we have a dedicated team that takes care of you. Caring for the whole person is our promise to you. From social and emotional well-being to the way the patient relates to their loved ones, we treat your family like our family.
Serving patients and their families wherever they call home, including assisted living facilities and nursing homes. Call 1-800-4NURSES to see if Avita can help administer your plan of custom care.
Are you looking for a solid career, job security, great pay, and rapid advancement? An important role with a global leader that invests in state-of-the-art technology, develops world-class solutions, and is committed to a cleaner tomorrow? Yeah, we have just what you're looking for.
Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to the Baker's Collision Pre-Game Show. Cross-county rivals going to duke it out on a chilly afternoon here with a district title up for grabs. Second meeting of the season between these two storied girls programs. Welcome to the Lexington Soccer Complex, everyone. I am Brian Skowronski. I'll be on the call with you here this afternoon to see if the Lady Warriors, who continue their gaudy streak, 16 straight district finals appearances, can knock off a Lexington squad hoping to return to the regionals for the second time in the last 3 years, and their two amazing coaches chatting it up here before we get into the action. Larry Atkinson and Buck Morton with the coin toss. Don't know that this matters a whole lot in soccer, but it is won here by the Lady Warriors. And speaking of those Warriors, dive into their team spotlight here, earning the number 4 seed, have not got beyond this stage in the tournament since 2016. Playing with a ton of momentum though right now. They have outscored their playoff opponents 20-0 so far over their first 3 matches. They handled Lexington in their regular season meeting 3-0, a match that I covered. It was right here at the Lexington Soccer Complex a long time ago, clear back in August, but Ontario had a 10-1 differential in that match. They really crushed the competition on that afternoon, and for Coach Larry, would love to see a little bit more of the same here from his bunch without their stud junior All-Ohioan in Hattie Jugovic that you see dressed in the sweats right there, all black. Won't have her abilities out on the pitch here this afternoon, but they will have their senior captain, Elaina Seif. And I really feel like she wears that captain's band with pride. She is a coach's kid through and through, and she's been really strong since Jugovic went down, lost to that season-ending injury. Played well in the tournament, 13 goals, 9 assists so far on the campaign for her, and she's got great speed, good threat, but it's the soccer IQ that I feel like really stands out for number 17. She is one of the proven leaders on the squad and helps the staff. She's like an arm of the coaching dimension out there when she's on the turf. And I think that's why Elaina Seif, very worthy of being our player spotlight here this afternoon. Played a ton of varsity minutes as well. She's been on this stage the last 3 years, hoping to break through in her senior campaign and march on into the regionals. If they're going to do it, though, they got to get through the number 1 seed in the district. Favorite of this matchup, at least in terms of the seed, for the first time in a long time. The outright OCC champions took down Ashland handily in the second meeting of their rivalry here on Wednesday, and the defense really has carried the way all season long for them, holding most of their foes to 1 goal or less all year long. Lexington, you know they're going to come out here. They're going to play with a lot of pride, tons of emotion, and guess what? Home cooking for them in the districts. It's one of the rare situations in the entire state of Ohio. There's only a couple of teams that get to host here when they get this deep in the tournament. Lexington is one of them, and it's a huge feather in their cap, as we heard from Zach Huff on Wednesday, who was with me on the call. Definitely a big benefit. We'll step aside. We'll honor America with the playing of our national anthem. Then we'll get all ready for district soccer action. So with that, the stage is set, and we are ready to find out who is going to march on to a regional, as each team is about to be announced here at the fabulous Lexington Soccer Complex. And for the quasi-home team here today, they are the number 1 seeds. You could say maybe they earned it here this season. But we are going to spotlight Zoe Borowicz. She was our MVP from the district semifinals, played on an international championship team. I remember with Jesse Ryder a few years back when she was in 8th grade. And a direct quote here from the PA announcer here at Lexington. She's, quote, "a good player." I couldn't agree more. Number 5 has been spectacular to watch throughout her entire career, and they're going to be leaning on her here today at home to try to spark some offense. I mean, she's just a nice kid, good personality, big smile. You see it right there, and that is infectious. When you're trying to win on a big stage, you got to be able to bring some juice, but also some positive vibes. If your captain or your leader's a little bit quiet or, maybe isn't one of those rah-rah types, sometimes you can lead just by example. But this young lady, she's one of those vocal leaders out on the team, also gets it done with her play. Starting lineup here being announced for the Lady Warriors. There's our spotlight Seif coming in off of the edge. And how about Willow Harris, Sasha Bulovkoski, the speedster off the edge, Jakaya Trammell. She's played an unbelievable tournament so far, and really the second half of the season, she stepped up her game big time. So how does Ontario get it done here on the road today? My keys to victory, presented by our good friends over at Baker's Collision. How about some deep shots? You got to pull up from outside the 18, and specifically, you know who I'm talking about, Addie Pittman. That's kind of her forte. She's one of those long-distance target shooters. We saw it in the semifinals here on Wednesday night. We've seen it basically throughout her entire career. She can take dead aim from long range and then keep that high back line. Force Lexington to come match your depth. It can kind of force them. They play with one player up top often here for Morton's club. Sometimes they'll play with their back and try to facilitate to some of the midfielders. Other times when they're trying to get loose into the back for the attacking third, play that high back line, and it makes it much more challenging to try to make those big-time plays, hit them with some counterattacks. That's how I feel like the Lady Warriors can get it done here in this matchup as the number 4 seed. But for Lexington playing at home, and they have had Ontario's number a little bit here lately in the tournament. Well, at least in the last meeting. That was in 2022 when they played in this district championship. Warriors, though, did beat them last year in the semifinals. But for them to move on, march into the regionals yet again, I feel like you just have to mark Addie Pittman. She's too good. She's too skilled. Force her to her right foot. Did you see what this girl can do with her left? It's like she's got lightning bottled up at all times on that boot. And win some 50-50 balls. You need extra possessions against Ontario. Yeah, they're down Jukovic, but that just opens the door for some of these other players to step up and make contributions. And oftentimes, they can be a more dangerous team. Anybody, not just Ontario. When you lose your shining star, it opens the door for others to step in and showcase. Guess what? I've been waiting behind maybe a more talented player, but I can do it too, Coach. Could be the case here for the Lady Warriors on this Saturday afternoon as the sun starting to shine bright. The sports gods blessing us with some beautiful weather throughout this tournament so far. Just 55 degrees, though, here in Lexington. And as always, it seems like there's a little bit of breeze coming through here at the soccer complex. But we are just about a minute away from opening kickoff. Final cheers. And a big ovation here for Lexington. And, of course, playing here at home, but fanfare for both teams here this afternoon, as Ontario didn't have to travel far, just 8 miles down the road. That's what makes this backyard rivalry so fun. One of the best that we have in all of North Central Ohio, and not just in girls soccer, but all sports. You really got to love what this head-to-head and this rivalry indicates, because anytime you know one another as well as these two programs do, and your friends probably off the field with most of them, just brings a little bit something extra when you're bumping into these girls at the grocery store, and you got to have those bragging rights, and of course a big gold medallion at the end of the rainbow if you are the victor here today, plus another trophy for the case. Action underway. Warriors with a giveaway in the midfield. They'll get it right back. And we see this very often at the beginning of games. Usually there'll be a number of turnovers as each team just kind of getting their footing below them and figuring out the best way to attack, even though there's not going to be any secrets in this backyard rivalry. These two coaches, they've gone head-to-head for a long time. These players, too, as I was talking about, some of them even play with one another in some club teams and some international competitions when we get into the off-season. Throw in on the way here for Nissy Power. Scored her first goal of her senior season in the last match as that ball caroms off of a photographer's face. Sure, a lot of people enjoyed watching that. Hale now with the throw-in down the line, trying to find Addie. And that should be the case more often than not here tonight. I do feel like with Hattie Jukovic out of the lineup, it allows for Addie Pittman to be a bit more of a playmaker. And even though Hattie is, you know, an unbelievable overall talent, the defending district player of the year, soon to be 3-time All-Ohioan, I feel like Addie, too, she's got those ball skills, man, maybe even better than Hattie. I don't know that she's as good of a distributor, but, man, that girl's awesome to watch. And looking forward to seeing what 11 does here today and playing in an up-top role. It looks like she's kind of formulated at that forward position, as we'll get our first foul. And it's going to favor the Lady Warriors. This will go against Lexington.
Free kick for the Warriors.
For any of you out there watching right now live and free on our Facebook and our main YouTube channel, drop me some comments throughout the entire course of the match. If you shout me out, I do the same right back. I will read your comments throughout the game every time we get a little bit of downtime, substitution, anything like that. So keep them coming. Always love knowing where you guys are taking in the action from on this Saturday afternoon. Are you at home? Are you watching from out of state? Sometimes even international. Had someone watching from Mexico City the other night, though that person in the building here today, taking in this district championship action. I think anyways. Thought I saw him out there. Oh yes, he is here. Just over 3 minutes gone by. Again, that filling out process, you sense it, you feel it here. Not necessarily a sloppy game here to start, but just trying to kind of see what you got. How are girls coming out here and performing? These are high school kids we're talking about. As Rowan McManus tries to push her way through a crowd, lost the handle. And a chance now for Thomas and company. Try to flip the script, but Ontario, they've been just a little bit quicker, it seems like, here to try to regain some possessions. As Lexington, they've been one touch and done. One pass and over with so far. But the Warriors have returned the favor a bunch, too. So maybe, let me retract, maybe a little bit of sloppiness here in the early portion. But an early window game out here warming up, and the dew still out on the field, and, you know, shaking off some you know, the gunk in your eyes perhaps. Late Friday night, high school football week 10. Couple of big games too. Senior night, of course, for Ontario at home. Lexington was on the road. Big OCC tilt against Ashland last night. So might be a little bit of an easing into this afternoon's district championship game. As this one is misplayed off the right foot of Jilly Grayson. She's able to regain command, though. Shoot it in to the midfield. As this is Bolakovsky. So dangerous with that acceleration. And the cross almost found its way home. Boy, was that close. Snuck it through all the way back post to Kaylee Hale that was there. Still looking for our first shot here of the afternoon. Best build-up that we've had so far, though, in the first 5 minutes of action. This will drift down that left wing, cleared out by Grayson. As Shakaya comes middle, heavy bouncer, gets by Elaina Seif. Lady Lex has been really demonstrative, trying to just play a big ball through the middle and have not connected yet. Here it comes again. Pitched over the top. And that'll bring Stevens out to collect. Layla Stevens filling in at net, but really not at this portion of the campaign. Now, you can't say that anymore. She took over in the first month. Typically, she would be a forward, as we do get a handball here.
Free kick for Ontario.
Incidental. And that'll give a chance for a set piece. Trammell has really stepped up her game in this department. Plays it a little bit short. Flicked in by Seif. Back down, and the whole crowd just a mess filling up inside the 18 as it's knocked out of there. Lady Warriors retract all the way to the back line. Not a good feed here by Powers, but Bolakovsky nearly was able to come regain possession. Now Jakaya taps it out of bounds, and it's a Lexington throw-in. Sky high, headed down by Nisi. Jordan Yeager had her pocket picked by Zoe Borowicz. But again, Lexington has not completed a pass yet. Credit Ontario. And then also, it just looks rushed. Everything out there right now for Buck Morton's squad. Second time Stevens has got her paws on it. Short punt. Takes a hop over Zoe and could open things up here. A lot of greenery here in front of Yeager. She'll play short for Seif. Elaina, nice move. Give and go action. Now Jordan pitches one from long range. One of my keys to victory here this afternoon. Don't mind that shot at all. Put a little pressure on. And especially the way that Lady Lex is defending right now. I mean, they are packing it in. 2 shots so far here for the Lady Warriors, neither though on frame. That one smacked the other way, back line of Lady Lex. Pinballed around, and maybe the best chance here for Lexington to get something going into the attacking third with Mayer. On cue. A little bit of a giveaway. As it's secured now by Emily Thomas. Try to float it out to the wing. Warriors a half step faster. Now Morgan Herod. Pull back. She'll dip it here for Mayer. Too much traffic in the area. And we'll get a whistle. This is going to go against Gabby Lay on the tackle. Third foul against Lady Lex so far in these first 8.5 minutes. Trammell off the restart. Targeting McManus, and it drops down here. Elaina Seif able to turn the corner a bit. She's forced out wide. Lay smacked that one. Now a little bit of room here for Mayer. She'll handle, pressured backside here by Sydney. McManus, and a great theft. Just picked her pocket clean. As Pittman, of course she wants to go left. Addie Pittman, acceleration, back post shot. And it's knocked down. A diving save is made in the first here of the evening, or early afternoon I should say, by Claire Hammer. Best look from either side though, as Pittman drilled that one, and that's where she's so good. Just floating to her left. .50-50 ball belonging to Ontario. It's been 100 to zip so far basically on those. And that was one of my keys to victory this afternoon for Lady Lex, is you got to create some extra possessions. Here's Borowicz on the fly. She'll punch it out here towards the corner. Zip it in, takes a hop, back post, misplayed, but diving on top of it goes Layla Stevens. Floats it into the danger zone. Borowicz putting some heat on this back line. A little misplayed by Jakaya Trammell, but Stevens there to save the day. Well done by Layla. You wouldn't know she's not a keeper, but again, like I said, she's been back there working on the craft now for the better portion of 2/3 of the season, plus a couple of playoff rounds. So Stevens now, you could say that she's a goalie vet. Off the throw in, Pittman looking to go to work. Punches it down into the corner now for Hale. But it's mismeasured. It'll roll over the touchline. As we're 11 minutes here into the contest. No score yet on our Charter Next Gen scoreboard. And a 3-0 differential so far for the Ontario Lady Warriors here on the road. Bree starting to pick up. It is behind Claire Hammer. Strikes this one low. And won by Seif. Bolakowski. The turn here, McManus. It's a shade out in front of Pittman. And it'll be lobbed out here to the near side for Borowicz. Just trying to flip the field. Jilly Grayson, no real intended target that time. This will be punched ahead. Should be an easy play for Stevens. Layla comes up and controls. That was Morgan Harrod there, sophomore midfielder. Just again trying to create some chaos, get it into the 18, see if something can happen. A little charge by one of your forwards. Harsh turn from Bolakowski. Lost control, continues to pressure. And now Lay down the line. Foot race here, Powers. Will she get beat to it by Harrod? Nah, she'll get there first. Senior's been exceptional so far this year. Nice physical presence on the back line for Coach Atkinson. And just a good leader. Another one of those players. You notice athletes that just really enjoy what they're doing out on the field. Nisi Powers strikes me as one of those type of players. Always has one of those smiles on her face. Bad clearance, though, here by Jakaya. And a chance now. It was, anyways, until Nisi got involved. And she slides it under here for Addie Pittman. Time for the All-Ohioan to go to work. She'll come middle, lays it off. Two-lady game, her and Elaina Seif, stride for stride. Addie makes her run back post. Seif will push it to the wing. Bolakowski sends it back post, drifts just over top. Good looking shot that time from Sasha Bolakowski.
Shot by Ontario's Sasha Bolakowski.
She had friends on location too. So if that would have been on frame, on target, spilled out in any fashion by Hammer, could have spelled disaster for Lexington or glory for Ontario. Depends which way you look at it. Sid McManus going head-to-head here with Audrey Wendling. She'll flare it out now for Zoe. Chance for Borowicz through traffic. Couple nice touches here. Zoe Borowicz with the shot, but it races over top. But you see the skill set, why I chose her for our player spotlight. She's a soccer player through and through. First shot of the match here for Lady Lex. Starting to get a bit more of a seesaw battle. Back and forth. The girls in the dark uniforms easing into the competition. Harrod sends back post. Here comes Emily Thomas. Warriors seeking a counterattack. They'll flip it into the midfield. Pittman drops it down. The winds playing a little bit of a factor there. It looked like it carried that ball. Hell drops it back to Addie. She'll make her charge through the middle. Oh, right on target. Here comes Pittman. We'll see if she pulls up from long range. Instead, she'll go touchline. And she'll send into the back. Ontario strikes first. Addie Pittman, again, fresh off of a 2-goal performance in the semifinals. Smashes one from long range. Tough angle, didn't matter. Bullseye for the All-Ohioan. Addie Pittman was my player of the game MVP in the semifinals. She's keeping the momentum flowing. So dangerous, so many goals. Over 100 for her career. As Pittman continues to shine. Take another look. Addie forced to go left, and that's where she wants to, so doesn't matter how far away she is. I really feel like she can be, from about 40 yards and in, a true threat when she's going to her left. Solid too with that right foot. But man, is she extra special when she can get to that left. Here she is again on the attack. Pittman looking to make a move. You know where she wants to go. Makes a nice decision here for McManus. Busted up. Not sure exactly where it left the park. Could be a quarter kick. Zach Cuff filling me in what makes Ontario such a dangerous opponent? The set pieces year after year. Just a throw-in, rather. As this is punch middle, we do have a whistle. Can't see the AR, maybe offsides. Whatever it is, it favors Lady Lex.
Offsides Ontario, free kick for Lexington.
First offsides call against either unit. They'll play it short, across the face. Just looking to switch positions on the field. They'll go up top. Well done for Coach Morton's club. Flip the field, get out of their ends. Stop, pop here to the middle, little turn, and it's a nice one for Zoe. Finds a little bit of traffic. Thomas trying to settle. And I think it took kind of a high skip off of the grass. To the near side, Borowicz. Gabby Lay wasn't ready for it. And that shot, no problem for Stevens. Probably a little too long a distance here. But it is the first on-target shot tonight for Lady Lex. 50-50 ball squeezing away, won by Lady Lex. One of the few they've gotten to first here this afternoon. Hoping to keep some heat on. So they're pushing numbers forward. 5 now, getting into the attacking third. Thomas goes touchline, defended by Jakaya. And it'll be a corner kick.
Corner kick, Lexington. Emily Thomas taking the kick.
They'll have Thomas teed up out at the flag. We'll wait quickly for a substitution.
Haley Davies enters for Lex.
It'll be Haley Davies trotting on for Buck Morton's club. Allie Laurie getting a rest. And with the wind pushing towards frame, this could be a good one. Headed down, shot is low, and filtered away here by Ontario. Heavy traffic in there. Lady Warriors defending with 10. A little bit of contact, a couple moms asking for a foul. Whistle never comes. And Borowicz, shake and bake, sends here near side. Misplayed, a little hopper, and Stevens comes and cleans up the mess again.
Ball for the Warriors in the box.
Layla just looks so much more confident and natural back there with her decision-making, her breaks since early on in the season. My daughter, who is a junior varsity player for Ontario, interviewed her after the Lexington win way back in August, and I think it was just her first start. Said that it was a little bit nerve-wracking. Doesn't seem like that's the case anymore for this veteran. She's a senior, just stepping up for her team, and great athlete, of course. Stands out. So this goes out in a substitution. I'll check in with you, the fans out there on the comment section. Lauren Townley says, let's go Layla Stevens. 3 exclamation points. I should better read that next time. Let's go Layla Stevens. Ava Huff, the Huffs are all watching from Tallahassee, Florida. Cannot believe that it was senior night for Taylor last night. Crazy. Didn't see. Let me know, Ava, did Florida State get the dub against North Carolina? How did Taylor perform? I need the full breakdown of what happened last night in Florida State country. Real quick, check in over on the Facebooks and say what's up to Allie Atkinson. Haven't heard that name in a little while. The last lady to lead Ontario to the state Final Four, actually state championship game. Ashley Miller cheering on Lexington. Carrie Atkinson. Let's go, ladies. Let's get some mo. Ruby our top fan, of course, for everything Ontario, cheering on the Warriors, and as is Cam Grayson. Thank you, guys, as Stevens makes her break. Big smash burger, and on target, too. Couldn't have worked out any better, finding number 11. And here comes Pittman. Flanks it down the line. Too much sauce behind that one. Thomas couldn't handle it, and the freshman taps it out of bounds over to Lady Lex. Trailing here by a goal. 18 minutes and a half still remaining here, half number 1. I'm Brian Skowronski on the call with y'all here this afternoon. One of 3 district championship matches that we have going down live and free today. If you want to check in on the Clear Fork Lady Colts, they're in action as we speak against Liberty Benton. I'll get some score updates for you. Jonathan Langdon's on the call as this takes a big hop. Escapes away, though, from Kendall, who loses her footing, but still battling, putting some pressure on. Maybe a little bit of a flop, and a whistle never blown. So play on. Warriors got him surrounded. Pittman going to work. Chips it. Back post. Little high. Thought process again, I think right on par with what you would want. Nice soccer play. Air mailed it just a touch that time by Pittman as she had Sasha trending in the back. Wasn't able to get a touch on it. Carrying down the far sideline, a lot of heat. How about this acceleration? Kind of a 1-on-5. Flick to the middle. Just missed. And now Ontario trying to flip the field yet again. Pittman. And this will race out, intended for Kendall Thomas. Getting some critical minutes here in this first half. Not a lot of freshmen on these active rosters here in the tournament for either side. Buck's got a few, not many of them, though, actually will see the field here this afternoon. And Thomas might be the only one, I think, for Ontario. Hammer time with the punt. Angling out left side. And Thomas can't get there quite in time as it'll roll out of bounds over in front of Coach Larry. Out here in shorts this afternoon, still shorts weather. Sun's out. Temperature up around 60 degrees now. So getting warmer. Should be a gorgeous Hallows Eve or weekend. Got a big party coming up here at the crib tomorrow as Pittman looking to have her own party. Right foot! Sizzled the bacon, extra crispy, but it leaps out of the pan. Little grease fire right there. So close. Addie woke up feeling dangerous today. You can tell. She got a little bit of that Baker Mayfield in her, that swag. I love watching her play. She is one of my favorite girls soccer players of the last 10 years. Just how seamlessly she moves around with the rock at her feet and just unapologetically unafraid to try anything. Little back tapper there. And she'll try to strike it from distance. She too was a member of that team that won in Denmark. International world champion. And a throw-in on the way here for Ontario. About as far down into the corner as you can possibly get. Less than 15 minutes remain here in half number 1. When they're all gone, join me for the Baker's Collision halftime report. Have all the stats that you need. Give you my analysis. And then, of course, read a lot of comments from you, the fans. It's going to be corner kick number 1 here for the Lady Warriors as it's tapped out over the boundary. And with that left foot, Addie should be able to bend this back towards the players, everyone that's packing into the box. Looked like Seif was the intended target. And it sails over top. We'll spin it back here on the Avita Home Health and Hospice replay. Maybe a bit of a ginger attempt there by Elaina. Love to see her go full send go flying through the air and just try to cap that thing with her forehead. As here's Jazzy Johnson casting all out there, battling in the district championship. Good ball, McManus drops off. Mishit here by Nisi. We'll go back to her, see if she'll go for it again. Instead plays it on the field. Yeager into traffic. Not a bad touch to send it forward by McManus, but Yeager would have been the target there. Couldn't fly up that fast. Oh, Jordan, slick move. She'll just pop it here. Diving. And making the save right around the 6 is Claire Hammer. I think this was more of just pop it into the box, see what happens. Claire able to squeeze it eventually. 8th shot for Ontario here in this opening half, and they should get another one here. McManus, maybe not. Turning into a bit of a crowd. Finds a mess of girls in dark uniforms. Blistered here by Seif. Another look at that last attempt. Just turning into the mix, Maggie Arnett there. Conversation now, Buck Morton into the year here of the head official. And I think it's always fun just trying to read the body language and putting fake words in people's mouths. Just thinking, Buck, like, no, man, if you want to hit the gritty, it looks like this. And he's like, okay, let me tie my shoe. Well, let me get ready for this. The Buck, that, yeah, see, you got it. You'll be ready. Of course that's not what they're saying. It'd be fun if it was. Oh, we didn't have the camera on him. He did. He hit it. He hit the dance move. I had it right. But you'll never know. Throw-in comes in, headed right back. Kind of a dangerous play here as they shift it back into the middle. Clogged up, knocked out. Hale was on the chase. She'll have the throw-in on the way. And more substitutions. Check back with you guys. And Ruby cheered on Sasha Bolakovsky, one of my faves to watch too.
Entering for the Warriors, number 19, Sasha Bolakovsky.
Ava Huff, thank you for the update. 4-2 Florida State, a winner. Such a fun game to watch. Taylor did great. Well, duh. Probably going to be a first-team All-American this season. Maybe in the mix for ACC Player of the Year. I know I got my merch, really happy with it. Came in just a few days ago. I will be sporting on the podcast on Monday my official Taylor Huff NIL gear, so hopefully she gets a little chunk of that. Shirts weren't cheap, so even if she gets about 5%, it's enough for a sandwich. Deflected on the defense here. Grayson on the chase. Nice carry, big heavy touch there, but Wendling got to it, put some pressure on. Keeping an eye on Stevens, protecting that inside post.
Morgan Herod taking the kick for Lexington.
For Lady Lex, they'll tee it up with Herod. They'll lay 5 outside the box. Everyone's going to make their charge right now. Well, you can see. And not well struck, as it was a bit outside of probably the intended target zone. But she'll turn the corner here. Morgan, little one-hopper, down to the knees goes Stevens. Another save for her, the second on the third shot attempt for Lady Lex. Punt right off the right foot. Up for grabs. Knocked here off of Yeager. And here comes Jordan near side. Pittman's going to go central. Pittman punches through, makes her run. Nice pass, good setup. Addie unable to thread the needle. Rowan McManus, the intended target, and just a shade off right there. Deep punt here off the Hammer drop kick. And Lexington wins the 50-50 ball. Here they come. Decent spacing. Power steps in between, shuts it down. McManus pointing, wanted the ball. Powers the Borowicz. Now they'll come middle. A lot of green here. No need to force it. Pittman on the ground. It'll sneak through. Chance for Hale. Punches it forward on the charge. Hammer shuts it down. Big cheers on both sides. I think Warrior fans like the buildup. And then Claire Hammer, too, just making a wise decision. Dives on top. Turns away the crowd right at the doorstep. Kaylee finds Pittman. Addie sends, makes her run on the left side. Might want to mark her up, get a couple of bodies sent at her. Tried to push it to Yeager. And I think properly defended right here. To try to make her go to that right foot. Good stuff. Smart game plan right there by the back line of Lady Lex. You saw what she was able to do from about that spot right there. She can get to her left with even a fraction of a window. Kid can just turn mincemeat of the ball. Throw-in somehow skips its way here from Mayer. Push to the middle, Borowicz first to get to it. Powers a little bit off target. Who's this on? It'll go against Elaina Seif in the Warriors.
Free kick coming up for Lady Lex.
If my notes are accurate, I think that's just the second foul against Ontario here in this opening half. This one sneaks through. And Jakaya had a player right there. Just taps it off the shin guards. Thomas coming over here on the right side. Just posing a little bit of pressure. Just two seniors going at it right there. Final 7 minutes of the opening half. Pittman trying to flick it to herself. Now here's Trammell, left foot, able to find Addie. She'll scoot it forward here for Hale. McManus shut down her run, a little preemptive, but Ontario stays with it. Bit behind. Hale catches up. Now it's Seif's turn. See if the player spotlight for this afternoon can do something with it. Trying to go touchline, turn to the corner. Here's Elaina. Finds Addie. Oh. I think it obviously shocked Pittman that this got to her. A little side spin there off the deflection. And yeah, they see the look on her face. She's like, oh man. Had a chance for a one-timer, one-on-one with Hammer inside the 6. That doesn't happen very often. Thomas kind of lost her footing, so it gives way for Ontario with possession. Couple options here in the midfield. Now Trammell getting involved in the attack. Lobs it in for McManus, settles it down at the feet, turns left, sets up Pittman, trying to get to her left foot. God, so swift. But again, I like the defense being played there by Arnett. Settled by Seif. She'll strike it long range. Top shelf. Not too far off.
Shot by Elaina Seif is just wide.
9th shot of the half here by Ontario. Pretty good one. Missed by about a foot. Yeager with the theft. She'll set it up here for Pittman. Boy, great little skill set right here. And she got the deflection for a corner kick. I'm going to slow this down. Look at this move. Look how fast that is. It's like an Allen Iverson crossover. And I am told in soccer when you go right to left or left to right, it's just a crossover. So no fancy term for it. I'm not sure why they don't have their own thing. Unless you guys know something and I don't. That was via a broadcast that I had earlier on in the season. I asked what it was called, and Deja Swihart, who's one of my go-tos, probably watching that Clear Fork match right now, as we'll get a foul here against Lexington. Yeah, I think this is the proper idea to put Addie Pittman on the ball in any place that's inside of 40 yards. This is the young lady. She'll take a crack through a window. All the way through to Hammer. Simple save right here. Just in between a couple of targets. I think it was more near posts than probably the intention that time for Addie. Blistered here by our net. The chase is on. And Grayson will just let it float out of bounds. 3 minutes and change. Lexington looking for an equalizer on short time. The captain bends it to the middle. Better step there by Kaylee Hale. Can't just wait on it to get to you. Goes down as a turnover. Now a chance for the counterattack. Formulating here for the Warriors. A couple girls trying to make a run. That escapes through. A little bit of grass in front. Pushed ahead, but this will go into the 18 and swiped out of there by Lexington. Pittman accelerates over to keep it in. Ooh! Get off me, she says to Allie Laurie. Stays with her. But again, you see just the individual 1v1 almost always goes to 11. It rarely does she make a miss move. You might defend her well. But she typically, she can make a play. She's going to try here too. Goes inside with the right foot, set up behind. McManus along with Sasha. Should be a Lady Warrior throw-in. Will be. Be left for Niecy Powers. Just $1:40 to go. And Jazzy Johnson checks in. I'll check in with you guys one more time. Lasers 330 says both teams are very good. Can't deny. Two of the top 4 seeds here in the district. It's pretty surprised, to be honest. I know outright OCC champs and everything, but that Lexington got the #1 seed, given the funk that they found themselves in the midseason, 4-match losing streak. But here we are, playing at home, and a chance to move on to the regionals, but trailing right now to the #4 seed. Pittman puts a girl on her backside, lifts this one over the top. The ever so dangerous Addie Pittman looking for her second. Harmlessly falls. Ontario throwing on the way here with just probably 30 ticks after Niecy lets it go. Maybe one last opportunity here for Ontario, or if something happens here for Lex, try to get something moving towards net.
9, 8, 7.
Jakaya heady play,
5,
just pokes it out.
3.
And that will take us to the end of the first half. Ontario leads 1-0 at the break. Hang out with us, though. I'll have some stats and analysis brought to you by Baker's Collision Repair coming up here in just a couple of minutes, plus all the second half action that you desire. Live and free District Championship Saturday returns in just a couple minutes.
Contractors and do-it-yourselfers, this is Jeff Flowers from Home and Kitchen Supply, here to remind you that we are your best source for kitchens, baths, windows, doors, floors, and more. Quality products, friendly service, great prices. You owe it to yourself to give us a try. You will be glad you did. That's Home and Kitchen Supply, 163 North Diamond Street, downtown Mansfield. We're building our future with you.
Avita Home Health and Hospice is locally owned, locally managed. All of our staff, our board, everybody are members of the local community. Our medical director is a member of our local community and has practiced in Bucyrus for over the last 10 years. When you call in, you're getting a local person. The nurses that you talk to all live, work, and recreate in your community. I mean, I've been doing this for 16 years and I've taken care of 3 generations of some families. We're the hometown people.
Are you looking for a solid career, job security, great pay, and rapid advancement? An important role with a global leader that invests in state-of-the-art technology, develops world-class solutions, and is committed to a cleaner tomorrow? Yeah, we have just what you're looking for.
Soccer fans, you're enjoying live and free coverage here this afternoon thanks to our amazing sponsors. Check out all the logos rotating on your screen. Support these companies. They support your local athletes, including Charter, Next Generation. They're hiring right now high-paying jobs in a cutting-edge environment. Click on the link right now down in the description. Check it out. See what they have available. Could be your next career. Baker's Collision Repair. Feel the Baker's difference. Family owned and operated for over 65 years. Do a great job located on 5th Street right here in Mansfield. Mechanics Bank, Richland County's only independent community bank, and moving into Ashland here soon too. So always expanding. Some of the best people in the banking biz that I know. Avita Home Health and Hospice, providing high-quality community health care and improving the quality of health in families throughout their lifespan. I have seen these men and women at work. It's an unbelievable team. They are so beloved. They do a great job, and they truly care. If you've got a loved one that needs some home health and or if you need hospice care, I cannot recommend them more. Kathy Sapp and the gang over there at Avita, give them a call. It will be the best that you make if you have a family member that needs their assistance. And finally, Home and Kitchen Supply, your one-stop shop for kitchen and baths, windows and doors since 1970. They've updated my kitchen. They've also just finished the new bathroom at my house. Just got it done here in the last couple of days. Looking pretty good. Always quality work with the Home and Kitchen Supply. Give them a call. Hit up Bo. Maybe I'll give you a little discount if you drop the "Oh, it's your port good name." No guarantees, but it's always worth a try. We're going to be back, well, momentarily. I'll see you for the Bakers halftime report real soon. We welcome you back to the Lexington Soccer Complex. A little bit breezy here at the break. And the Lady Warriors right now enjoying a 1-0 cushion. As you take a look over at their seated huddle, Coach Atkinson, Craig, as well on hand, delivering a message here to the ladies, trying to break through and get into the regionals for the first time in 8 seasons. Amazing what they've been able to accomplish 16 straight years. They've been in the district championship match. I got to take a look at the OHSAA and see if maybe that's the longest streak going right now in girls soccer. But Buck Morton and his club, they seem to find a little bit of magic sometimes in this tournament, and specifically playing at home here. So when you've got that cooking home collard greens here on your own turf, sometimes that's all you need to try to turn a corner, and they still got 40 minutes to try and do so. Your stats, though, through the first half of play, Ontario dominating the possession. You noticed out there the 50-50 balls all belong to the Warriors in about the first 20 minutes. Lexington played much better, though, in the second half of that first half, but it was the Lady Warriors, 10 shots, 3 of them on frame. One of them hit the bullseye. It was Addie Pittman with the goal at the 24-40 mark. She's had a couple of decent builds as well. 3 shots for the stud junior, soon to be All-Ohioan. One of them into the back of the net, and had that second on that charge where I don't think she was anticipating the ball getting deflected right to her inside the 6 one-on-one with Claire Hammer. And on the flip side, for Lady Lex, didn't test Layla Stevens quite like I'm sure they wanted to. Of those 2 shots on target, only one of them really forced Stevens to have to be a play-maker there in between the pipes. 4 fouls, 2 for Ontario so far. And then a card right at the end of the half that I missed. I was kind of getting us ready for the halftime report, but Ontario's bench, I'm pretty sure, picked up a yellow card. I'll try to get more information on that. Didn't stop the clock, wasn't in the field of play, so I think it came after the final whistle. So probably on Coach Larry or one of the assistants. Who knows? Probably not going to have any type of impact on the game, as we're about 1 minute 15 seconds away from getting half number 2 underway. And since I got a bit of time, I'll let you guys know on our other live stream that's going down right now up at Clyde. The Clear Fork Lady Colts repping Richland County as they've got a 2-0 cushion over Liberty Benton. We've got Jonathan on the call up there at Clyde. Check it out on YouTube channel 6. Or if you're on the Facebooks, just take your thumb, give it a little slide up, And you will see that live stream. Check in on the Colts. Come back here. If you got the second screen technology going on, put us on the big screen, Jonathan on the small, vice versa. Whatever you want to do. You can take in the action any which way here on the OH Report, the only way we know how, live and free. Back to the comment section real quick. Josh Banks, what up, bro? Says the backyard rivalry for the district title don't get no better. They've battled it out here in the districts. I don't even know how many times here at Lexington since they brought it here about a handful of years ago, but they seem to meet just about every single season. This is 3 in a row. Ontario got the upper hand last year when they met in this game in the district semifinals. Of course, in the championship 2 seasons ago, it was Lady Lex who came away victorious 2-0 after losing in overtime in 2022, actually. I'm sorry. It was an overtime win in 22 and then 0-2 in the semis last year. As that will toss a bow on top of our Baker's Collision halftime show. Shout out to Charlie Powell and all the gang over there. Great team, even better services, family owned and operated. Support them as they support your local high school athletes here in the greater Mansfield area. First touch of half number 2 will belong to Lady Lex. A lot of breeze coming through the area right now. And if you're a Lexington fan, you don't like the way right now that the flag is blowing because it's behind Ontario. Sometimes it can be problematic for opposing keepers if the ball gets caught up in the air in some of those distance shots, but you'd like to have just that little bit of extra juice behind you if you can. And that's the case for the second half for the Warriors, as we've got the thumbs up here from the head official. And here we go. Borowicz pushing forward for Thomas. Slapped out of there immediately by Jakaya Trammell. Triangle action here. Borowicz towards the middle of the pitch. Jakaya again gets there first. Give and go. McManus now up top. Pittman on the charge. They got it to her left side. She'll float it out now to the corner. A couple of touches. Right foot pitch. A little behind the intended target. Bolakowski fighting into some traffic. And now Yeager, Pittman. A whole host of bodies. And it just gets pushed out of bounds. It'll be a Lady Lex throw-in on the far side. One more live and free district championship game still to come on the OH Report this afternoon. It's a lot of Richland County teams still working their way in the tournament. The Madison Rams, the boys side, looking to win their first district title since the year 2000. Tim Lord's been coaching there forever. This would be his first time winning one. He took over the year after, and they've got the #1 seed and a great opportunity. They'll have to take down, though, the SBC Lake Division champions in Perkins, team led by a freshman keeper who's awesome. I seen him the other night. Should be a great contest. That goes down live and free at 3 p.m. right here on the main YouTube channel and, of course, the Facebooks. Way off sides is Emily Thomas. Wow, how did the flag not go up? It's off the top post and then headed down. Whew. From my vantage point, and the AR's got a better look than me, I thought Thomas was a full yard and a half offside. She drilled this one. Big shot. Third on frame for Lexington, ahead of their 4 opportunities. That arguably the best they've had so far here in the contest. Take a look one more time. The setup, left foot, defender a step behind. Stevens wouldn't have been able to get there in time. And then the second opportunity there off the header. So 2 decent looks there by Lex. Center cut. Come away empty-handed. So the Warriors remain on top. But we've certainly seen Lady Lex playing with a lot more confidence and some better balls into the attacking third over the last 25 minutes of game action. Simple save this time here for the Hammer. Borowicz, I think, probably just sending it in low. See if she's got some type of a deflection. One of her teammates can race on. Not a lot there. Zoe on the turn, the touch. Body hits the deck here near side, Gabby Lay. Now Pittman, oh, what a ball to McManus. Couple touches towards the middle. And the pressure from the backside sends her down to the turf. And a little slow to get up is Rowan. But boy, what a feed here by Pittman. I think 2 really nice touches as well. But it's that little bit of pressure, and Allie Laurie just kind of leaning in on her. The junior does a nice job of taking away what could have been a great one-on-one attempt. Trapped here by Seif. And now she gets turned away. As Elaina flips it forward. Hale comes up. She gets a nice touch on it. Heavy one off the right foot of McManus. And that will end the threat. Lady Lex having trouble clearing. Send it out to the wing here. Nice find. And an even better turn into double team. But it's intercepted on the back end here by Yeager. Tried to get it to Pittman, always a good idea. Solid piece of defending. And a chance for Thomas on the fly. Big touch though, down touch line. She'll flick it up, backside. A little high. Pressure stays on here for the girls in the dark uniforms. But that never made its way back into the field of play. Take a look at the cross here from Emily Thomas. Not bad. Needed to come down just a little bit. Basal Stevens knew that she needed to float it at least up and over the top of the senior keeper. Punch down into the box. And it'll be handled by Claire Hammer. Claire having a dynamite sophomore campaign. Helping lead her squad to the #1 seed. Including today, more than 160 saves for Claire. And I was actually looking at some of the state leaders this morning for girls in the OHSAA. Some girls claim that they've got more than 400 saves this season. Now, some of them had some winning records too. I don't know if it's just really favorable stat tracking or if defensively they've just really hung their keeper out to dry, but 400 saves in less than 20 matches, that's a bunch. How about the pressure here for Borowicz to get another possession? Trying to turn the corner. Back post and headed down. So Lexington, good piece of defending right here. Take it away from Pittman out of the sky, and then they're able to belt it out for just a throw-in for the Warriors. As they do get it in quickly, and I'll show you the replay. There's a shot sent wide here from Addie Pittman. Tried to belly it down, and actually worked out great. Got to the left foot. That one veered wide. You see the hoods on of Kirk Conrad, Jake Furr back behind the net. Lets you know it's a little bit cold out there. Things heating up though offensively for Ontario over these last couple of minutes. About 8 of them off the clock here in this second half. First foul of the second half against the Lady Warriors. It's their third overall. And it's Elaina Seif. Yeah, no question. Threw that right leg out there. Forced a collision. Another quick hello to everybody out there watching live and free this afternoon. About 65 of you all together right now at this moment. If you send me some comment bombs down in the chat section, I'll certainly find them. I'll read them anytime that we get a stoppage, substitution, something like that. Another foul and late whistle coming in on that right there. The pressure coming from Sydney McManus. Thought that Lexington had a bit of an advantage. They let it play on for a couple seconds. And now they do get a free kick, but it's headed right back at them. And here's Pittman. Yeager starts to funnel forward. Borowicz steps up, pokes it away, but it's back at the feet of Jakaya Trammell. Now Zoe looking to collect. Took a weird hop, side kick down the line. And gets a Lex throwing. Thomas to the middle. A little bit of space here for Gabby Lay. Wise decision, I think, there by Hale. Just to smack it out. No real intentional target other than just not down around her goal. McManus pressuring. And we got a handball here. Incidental off the elbow, actually. Guess the elbow's connected to the hand bone here in this game. Free kick just south of midfield for Ontario. Grayson, blast off, but right back at you. This could work out in Lady Lex's favor. On the fly goes Wedling, and here she comes. Little 2-on-3. Wedling to the middle. Thomas got a piece of it. Oh! No way, the slow drifter. Come on, man. You can't write a script any more dramatic than this. The gate is wide open with the ball. A little push of the breeze, perhaps, and it goes about an inch wide. Ontario dodges a bit of a bullet. The counter-attack elite that time for Lex. And they're looking to get something going again here with Gabby Lay. They'll have a toss in from the near side. Gabby will handle. Burst in there. Thomas back post. Found somebody. The shot. The goal! We are all square. Lady Lex evens things up here in the second half, and the mob is on. How about the hug and the tackle down to the turf? All evened up. Oh, all we got is the celebration. I'll try to dial up a replay here for you guys to actually show the goal. But you do got to love the love showcased here by Lady Lex. Spin it from the top. Shayujas Thomas goes back post. Takes one hop, settled, a second, the shot, the back. Gorgeous delivery. And our player spotlight. Allie Laurie with the goal, the junior. So we're all even with less than 29 minutes to go. And all of a sudden, Lexington, they've got the run of play. And they've got a foul here against the Warriors. Be their fifth. Third in the second half. One last look at the goal from the top. Played at full speed this time for you. Gabriel handle. Just sent back post. Great job settling. And then the shot. Ontario now motivated. Looking to recapture the lead. Seif weaving through traffic and launched over into the forced area, up and over the fence even. Blast off. So somebody who owns property here around the Lexington Soccer Complex just has a souvenir drifting into their backyard. Here's Jazzy Johnson up on the attack. Nobody home on the other end of that line. So it'll come all the way back line for Grayson. Pittman can't settle off her left foot. And a window open here. Shut down though by Johnson. Jazzy to the outside. And a build-up going towards frame right now. A 4-on-4 for Ontario. McManus touch line off the cross. A little bit hollow with that one. Everybody was back behind the play, and she went near post. Another simple save for Hammer. Third of the competition for her. Quick throw in here for the Warriors. And they'll do it all over again. Pittman looking to go to work. I feel like Lexington's done a nice job of her just not being a big factor since that first goal. 15 minutes into the first half. They've tried to force her to her right foot much more often. The scouting report paying off so far here in the latter portions of this contest. But a long ways to go. 25.5 minutes still remain. Winner's going to move on to the regionals, I believe at Madison. So a place where each of them very accustomed to playing. Should be played at StarTech Stadium, though, as this one sent from downtown, poked up over the top. Super save by the sophomore, and a hug delivered here by Sylvia Seacrest. Big ball, man. Had some nice pace behind it. Sets up a corner kick, though. That's where Ontario has capitalized year in, year out. Jordan Yeager here from the flag. Back post trending. Bolakowski got there. Pretty nice ball sent in. Yeager back post. Here comes Sasha. She was able to get her right foot on it. Just couldn't direct it quite on frame. 16 shots now for the Lady Warriors. Only 6 for Lady Lex, but the capitalization even. One each. Laurie with the latest. That coming about 5 minutes ago. Pittman with Ontario's goal back in the first half. Johnson content. Fishes this one out over by a very cold-looking Lexington bench. See the blankets out in force here this afternoon. But they're up, offering up some hugs on a substitution here for Coach Morton. This is Ellie Mayer, the target. But it's going to be Jordan Yeager with the ball, at least for now. Karam's away. Now the battle belonging to Lady Lex. They got something going forward right now. Another 3-on-3, right wing. Couple nice touches into the middle. Mayer, one-timer. But only about 50% power there on the shot offering as it's handled by Stevens. Another easy save for Layla. Be her third. Lexington's best offensive weapon has been that counter strike here. Show you that last build up one more time to the middle. Mayer had a little bit of space too. So a good looking setup. Ball still in bounds, I guess. And now to the middle, launched up. It'll take a hop over the boundary and set up a corner kick here for Lexington. This will be their third of the match. Gonna send Harrod out. Morton fans out, 5 bodies inside of the 18. 5 in the middle, 1 on the back post. Flicked forward, but launched out of there here by Ontario. It'll make its way over the boundary. Ontario now with a substitution.
Kaylee Hale enters for Ontario.
Another throw-in on the way here for the Warriors. They'll do so to Pittman. Mismeasured with that one, but striped right back at Elaina Seif's feet. Makes her move through a 3-pack of defenders, lays it off. And off the deflection, Lexington again breaks away from the pack. Not quite the numbers, though, that they've had here the last couple of occasions. But they'll be able to move it now into enemy territory. They'll send 7 up on the attack. Heavy collision, and the flag does go up. Well, they're going to let him play on, determine that Lexington had the advantage. Couple hopper. Here comes Pittman. Lays it down. Addie, left foot. Drills it. Addie with her second. Ontario regains the lead. You sensed it as soon as she was able to lay it down at her feet. Addie Pittman going left. Forget about it. 2-1 Ontario back on top, courtesy of this goal, the second of the match. Pittman dominant here in the districts, her 4th over the last couple of games. Also has an assist too. So Addie Pittman, not a coming out party because we've known her all Ohioan. She's been amazing, but with the absence of the defending district player of the year from Division II in Hattie Jugovic. Talked about it on Wednesday. I will reiterate the point here this afternoon. It opens doors for other very talented players. Addie Pittman fits that billing. She's the centerpiece right now for the Warriors. Playing with a ton of confidence. Oh, I thought that was, she got the ball first. So late whistle. And actually is going to favor Lexington, but right there with McManus. Rolling. Oh, wow. How did that go against Jordan Yeager as you watch it again? It's the Lex defender, grabs her by the back of the uniform and pulls her down. Bolakowski comes up with it to the middle. Another chance. Pittman, right foot, stopped. Claire Hammer with a huge stop right here. And that's the difference. Addie Pittman going to her right versus her left. She's almost a guarantee bucket type of athlete. When she gets it on the left foot, McManus nearly did here. And all of a sudden, Ontario, they are turning up the Bunsen burner on the offensive end. They've got it maxed out. A lot of heat. Back line holding serve there on the last couple. Tons of credit has to go to Hammer. 8 saves all of a sudden now for the Soft. Left foot sent into the box. To Hopper into the hands of Stevens. Fifth shot on frame for Lexington this afternoon. See who that one's off. They'll say the shin guards of Jakaya Trammell.
Gabby Lay returns for Lex.
Gabby Lay back out onto the pitch here for Lady Lex. Coach Atkinson's been a bit more reserved with his bench players here this afternoon. Rolling a lot with his starting lineup and obviously making a couple of changes in the midfield throughout the course, but the back line has pretty much been the same from the start. Trammell a ton of minutes, Powers as well. Jesse Johnson, though, the sophomore off the bench, just getting some playing time right now. As McManus has a chance to get a 4-on-4. Poked away from Rowan, and it's out of bounds, though, for an Ontario corner kick.
Corner kick, Ontario. Jordan Yeager taking the kick.
It'll be Yeager time. Sophomore trying to find a couple tops on top of the peaks of the grass as she sends right in the middle of the mix, punched up off the top, somehow back into the field of play.
Corner by Yeager, punched away by Claire Hammer.
Pretty amazing stuff right here. Look at this. You don't see that very often. It rolled about a quarter of the way down the top of the post. Wow. So Hammer with another save. But the Warriors have got the 18 surrounded. Doesn't matter. Lexington's going to come away with possession. As this foul is going to go against Elaina Seif. Lexington tried for a really quick restart. Referee indicated that we weren't ready yet, so they'll do it over. Addie Pittman charging over to get a message from assistant coach Greg Atkinson, and he was really demonstrative about the fact that he needed to talk to her. Maybe she just needed a little bit of water. He's getting a drink. And that took forever to get the ball back in. Where's our ball girls? It's tough sometimes over on that far sideline just because of the forest. Not an easy place to be a ball girl here at Lexington. I would argue, but probably the most challenging place that we have here in our area. AR's looking up here towards the press box. I think he's just angry with something that some parents said. He's motioning towards a fan and saying, "Come here." I don't know who he's talking to. So sometimes these referees, they'll hear something they don't like. And I'm 50-50 on whether that's just part of the gig or not. It does suck. Sometimes parents can be rude, fans just in general. Sometimes they can get a bit sensitive. Off the cross, goes out of bounds. It'll set up a goal kick here for Hammer. Her squad trailing 15.5 minutes to go here. A winner advancing to the regionals, I believe, at StarTech Stadium. As we'll have to get going again here. A couple of subs were waiting at the flag. Didn't recognize it. Waiting, though, for one of these two teams. Whoever moves on is Medina Highland. One of the top teams in the States. Have not lost since opening night on Friday Night Football, and just hearing from some of the coaches around the area, boy, good luck going into that battle. So you're going to have to play more or less perfect, whoever advances here this afternoon. Doesn't matter. You still want that district championship, and especially in the backyard rivalry to try to take down your Richland County foe. This is what matters the most. If you do get on to the next round, you'll worry about that when you get there. Warriors got the throw in. Trammell down the line, targets Seif. We got a handball on an elbow earlier. That one not blown. As they play on, Lexington looking to weave it through the middle, but Johnson gets there first. Bad pass as it's intercepted by Lay. And they'll stripe it forward for Thomas, who's got a heavy right foot. Seif loses her footing. Opens the door here for a 4-on-4 as Thomas leaves it out on the wing. Smart play by Jakaya. Just knock it out. Force Lexington to have to reset up here offensively. Just slows down the momentum. Thomas looking to break it back inside. Jakaya again in between. Morton sends one more player up into the mix here offensively. Everybody north of midfield, but Ontario defending with 11. And you got to protect this lead, especially with the time showcased on the clock now as we're approaching the 13-minute mark. Don't need to score again if you're the Lady Warriors. Be huge if you do, but right now it's all about just trying to stop this attack. Clearance makes its way out finally here for Ontario. Grayson popped it up. And actually last touch, well, no, I think it was by Ontario. Should be a Lexington throw. It's not. Maybe I don't know what I'm talking about. Jordan Yeager, though, back out onto the pitch. McManus. Sydney heads over to the sideline. Now it'll be a Lexington throw, and they want to get a new player back out onto the field as Ellie Mayer checks out. Here's a Yeager fresh out onto the pitch. She should have a lot left in the gas tank. Brings it middle of the park, a little behind for McManus, but she regains, being pressured by Arnett. Jazzy back out to Sasha. A little two-lady game going here, but it's taken right off the foot here by Audrey. She slips down. And now just blasted forward. I think that's a great move here. This is where Lexington's been at their best. Play that big ball into the middle. And obviously it's got to be a little bit slickery out there. I thought this was just kind of two players losing their footing. I'm not sure why that's a foul there against Shelley Grayson, but it is. And a great opportunity here for Lexington. It's Thomas taking aim. Stevens thought might have lost it in the light for a half second. She regains her composure and able to bring it in for another save. Fifth on the afternoon for Layla Stevens. This floats all the way drifting into the corner. Stays in down the line. Hale got to it, sends it to Yeager, and she'll lift one into the hands now of Hammer. It's kind of a weird play all the way around. I think there were 2 different occasions where the anticipation was that the ball was going to go out of bounds. Now Claire punts, takes a hop and a header towards midfield, collected by Thomas. Jakaya targeting Jordan Yeager. And now Seif with a little bit of space finds Jordan as she draws a defender. Jordan does nicely to carry it out here near side as Ontario moving into the attacking third. Johnson looking like a sophomore on that pass. Bailed out here by the captain. Just there's no pressure, there's no need to make that pass. Now Powers to Pittman. This is what you want. A lot of green out in front. Addie levels it out to the wing, and even for Sasha Bolovkovsky, that's going to be too much. I think the fastest player on the pitch here for Ontario, and she can't get to it. Does trap Lexington down in their own end. Try to get out here with Zoe Borowicz. Switching fields as she flicks it out over here towards the wing. Off the turn, poked away Powers. And now Elaina Seif trying to track. Tagliati rifles it out. Over by the Lady Lex bench. Powers heads over to the sideline. Sydney McManus returns. Sophomore going to get some big minutes on the back line right now. And Warriors, I mean, they're really playing in an offensive formation. Trying to shut the door with what could be a game-clinching goal. Leading, though, of course, 2-1 right now on your Charter Next Gen scoreboard. Lady Warriors have never trailed here this afternoon. Addie Pittman gave them the lead just over 15 minutes in. Lori, an equalizer at the 29-minute mark here in half number 2, but about 9 minutes later, Addie made a huge play. Second goal, here she is again, through traffic, sends it. McManus, she's had a really hard time getting it off her foot here this afternoon. That's about the 4th or 5th time that Rowan McManus has been able to just get going shoulder to shoulder with somebody and can't get a shot off. Thought that was a nice distribution that time by Pittman, but it was offsides anyways. And the second time this afternoon, that's been the case for the Lady Warriors. Starting to get down to crunch time. Final 5 minutes, I like to refer to as money time here on the soccer pitch. It's when all the chips are going to be on the table. And in the win or go home scenario, you got to go all in and just hope that you got the better winning hand. For Ontario, that has not been the case since 2016 in this district final. They've been here 16 consecutive years. Can they break through? Lexington sent away here by Grayson. And Jilly's able to find Rowan. Well done. She'll just punch it here to the middle. Now here's Jazzy on the fly. Gets it to Sasha. Bolovkovsky looking to go 1v1 matched up here with Seacrest. And I like that play. Push it down into the corner. Time comes off the clock. And maybe if you get a bad touch like you do here from Lexington, it's going to send up a corner kick. 4th opportunity for Ontario. And this is where Addie Pittman really shines, is over on this right side with that left boot.
Darby Broom enters for Lady Warriors.
Coach Atkinson's going to get Darby Broom out here for this set piece opportunity. A physical player, got that low center of gravity, and there she is right in the middle of the picture. Jaeger marking the keeper and flared in there. That is Jordan. It comes out. Sasha can't get a touch. Boy, her momentum carried herself right over Jordan. But Addie comes out. She'll smack it. And the save made. I'll roll back the replay, though, to this. Busted out by Hammer, but two girls in white uniforms just tussling for possession. They fall over each other. Ten shots on target now for Ontario. Only 2 have landed in the bullseye, both from Pittman. The front runner right now to be our Mechanics Bank MVP. We'll see. Plenty of time still remaining for Lexington to try to rewrite history, flip the script. Thomas pushes it out to the wing. Here comes Laurie. She's got the goal so far. Top of the 18, settles down. The shot. And not a lot of mustard behind that one. Not of the spicy variety anyway from Wentling. This was more of that just typical stadium ballpark. No heat, 2 hops. Stevens eats it up. Lexington's been pretty keen, though, when they've had their shots. 7 of their 10 have been directed on net.
Go, Sylvia!
Bolakowski on the cross. Broom was there. She comes over. I mean, the acceleration for this kid. It's been on display on a few different occasions tonight. Track star, went to state last year. Pittman with a ton of space, no hurry, 3 minutes, 25 seconds, all that remain on the clock, and in between her and her first trip to regionals. Talked about that in our MVP conversation the other night. Be huge, of course. Be able to elevate this team. She's the leader, even though she's not the captain out there, but obviously you can tell Addie Pittman, she's the catalyst. She now is the brightest shining star remaining here in this district. She's played like it. 4 goals in 2 matches. And on the doorstep of clinching a district championship for the first time in 8 seasons. In Ontario, they'll have possession. No quick intentions here with the throw-in, about 10-second thought process, why not? Belts it out. McManus will do it over again. A little bit faster to the trigger this time. Jaeger chases it down. She's got some space, but she's just going to take it to the corner. Probably smart on the back end. Didn't have too many offensive weapons that were making deep runs, as Coach Larry recognizing game time situation and playing a much more defensive role, as he's got a deep sweeper. That's Grayson. 2 hanging back at midfield. Pittman, their smartest player, along with Sydney McManus. And then 2 other wings in Jazzy Johnson and Jakaya Trammell also playing way back. So everybody that you see in your picture is everybody that's getting involved offensively right now for the Warriors. Jaeger, though, with a heavy touch. That'll set up a goal kick. Claire Hammer acting with haste. Gets it out. It's a bad pass, though. Bolakowski. She earns herself a one-on-one. Rushed it. My, oh my. She really could have benefited from 1 extra touch. Did not have to pull up and shoot from there. 22nd shot of the match, though, for the Warriors. Probably should have been a foul on Lexington. Whistle did not come. But it still works out in favor of Ontario as we're down to the final minute. Jaeger out to the corner. A little lackadaisical here by Lady Lex to come over and pressure. Time is of the essence. The last 45 seconds of their season could be burning away here at home. Warrior Nation can feel it. It's been a while. Nobody on the roster, of course, has been to a regional yet. And even the last several groups to come through never got to break through. Taylor Huff and the Lady Rams in their way 4 years in a row. Then Madison upset them the 5th year. Lexington got healthy. And then last year with Madison getting through. But it is going to be the year of the Warrior. They are up on their feet and they are moving on. How about it? District champs for the first time in a while. Ontario captures victory. They will get the big trophy at the end of the game, and it's got to be just such a relief and a feeling of love all the way around for the Atkinsons. Certainly for Coach Stacy Seif, Lydia Giefer, they have got it done. They have been so close so many times here of late, and now they do break through. They are your district champions. Lots more coverage still to come, including the trophy and medal presentations for both teams. An MVP interview. I don't know how we don't go with Addie Pittman again. Both goals. She was great. We'll probably talk to Addie. Final stats and more coming up live and free here from Lexington.
Contractors and do-it-yourselfers, this is Jeff Flowers from Home and Kitchen Supply, here to remind you that we are your best source for kitchens, baths, windows, doors, floors, and more. Quality products, friendly service, great prices. You owe it to yourself to give us a try. You will be glad you did. That's Home and Kitchen Supply, 163 North Diamond Street, downtown Mansfield. We're building our future with you.
At Avita Home Health and Hospice, our caring professionals are ready to serve you with personally tailored services designed to meet the unique needs of each individual. When we take on a patient at Avita Home Health and Hospice, they really do feel like family. So when we take care of our family, we want to take care of the whole person. So we take care of them from our nurses, our aides, our physical, occupational, and speech therapists, but we also have people that tend to their hearts. So we have social workers, we have chaplains, and people that can help with the emotional side of their care.
At Avita Home Health and Hospice, we have a dedicated team that takes care of you. Caring for the whole person is our promise to you. From social and emotional well-being to the way the patient relates to their loved ones, we treat your family like our family.
Serving patients and their families wherever they call home, including assisted living facilities and nursing homes. Call 1-800-4NURSES to see if Avita can help administer your plan of custom care.
Are you looking for a solid career, job security, great pay, and rapid advancement? An important role with a global leader that invests in state-of-the-art technology, develops world-class solutions, and is committed to a cleaner tomorrow? Yeah, we have just what you're looking for.
enjoyed live and free district championship coverage here on the OH Report because of our good friends at Charter Next Generation. They're hiring right now. They've got high-paying jobs in a cutting-edge environment. Check them out. Hit the link down in the description. You can feel the Baker's difference at Baker's Collision, family-owned and operated for over 65 years. Mechanics Bank, our MVP sponsor, Richland County's only independent community bank. Avita Home Health and Hospice, providing high-quality community health care and improving the quality of health in families throughout their lifespan. And our buddies at the Home and Kitchen Supply, your one-stop shop for kitchen and baths, windows and doors since 1970. Your post-game show about to begin. Trophy presentations, medals, MVP interviews, tons to come. Stay here. Your post-game show presented by Baker's Collision going down right now. District championship in the books, and the Ontario Lady Warriors queuing up the queen. They are the champions, my friends. Been a while. Gotta feel good if you're a fan of Ontario. But also, hats off to Lexington. I'll turn it over to the PA announcer as all these young ladies receive their rewards. Here they come.
Please come forward to receive your individual medallion. Claire Hammer. Andy Brandt. Ellie Mayer. Maggie Arnett. Alexa Whitaker. Lauren Risser. Zoe Borowicz. Haley Davies. Allie Laurie. Morgan Harris. Taylor Wilson. Haley Walker. Audrey Wendling. Sylvia Seacraft. Megan Dials. Ruthie Tagliati. Emily Thomas. Lindsay Klingan. Gabby Lay. Daphne Woodruff. Brentley Learsman. Auburn Hubler. And Carly-Ann Hughes. Lady Lex is coached by Buck Morton. and Roxanne Dressler. And now with the head coach and the captains, please come forward to receive your trophy. Congratulations on an outstanding season.
Another great season for Coach Morton. Lady Lex, runners up here at the district round. Number one seed, and more hardware for the trophy case right here at home. But today is about the Ontario Lady Warriors.
And Johnny King. Ladies, when your name is called, please come forward to receive your individual medallion. Serena Caudell. Layla Stephen. Jaslyn Johnson. Cindy McManus. Braylon Llewellyn. Rowan McManus. Kaylee Hale. Darby Broom. Niecy Powers. Kendall Thomas. Addie Pittman. Eddie Ugovich. Jordan Yeager. Tyler Harris. Julie Grayson. Ella Tim. Elaina Seif. Willow Harris. Sasha Bolakovsky. Jakaya Trammell. Lily Sturts. And Maya Fox. The Lady Warriors are coached by Larry Atkinson. Greg Atkinson. Stacy Seif. And Lydia Giefer. And now with the head coach and captains for the Lady Warriors, please come forward to receive your trophy.
What a build-up to this moment for Coach Larry and the gang. Here come the seniors. And for the first time in their careers, district champions.
Once again, congratulations to Ontario High School and the Lady Warriors, who will now advance to the regional semifinal. The league played on Tuesday at Madison High School against the winner of Medina Highland and North Olmsted. On behalf of the staff at Lexington High School.
So the anticipation is that it'll be Medina Highland, who's one of the top teams in the state, that'll be lying ahead here for the Division III district champions, as the Lady Warriors getting that coveted district championship picture in net. They will head to the far side. Get ready for that. New hardware for the trophy case. Been a little while for Coach Larry. 16 straight trips to the district championship game. Heartbreak after heartbreak here over the last several years. Beat by Madison Lady Rams 6 times. Lexington got them a couple of years ago. And now they get revenge here against the ladies in purple as they will march on into the regionals. A 2-1 victory here this afternoon. We're going to take one more commercial timeout. When we come back, we'll see how we'll work this. We're just a two-person operation today. We'll see if I'm able to run down onto the sideline with my microphone. I definitely would like to hear from Addie Pittman, hopefully Coach Atkinson as well. And we'll try to bring you as much quality coverage as we can here this afternoon from the Lexington Soccer Complex. Live and free coverage here from the district finals. We'll return in just a moment.
Contractors and do-it-yourselfers, this is Jeff Flowers from Home and Kitchen Supply, here to remind you that we are your best source for kitchens, baths, windows, doors, floors, and more. Quality products, friendly service, great prices. You owe it to yourself to give us a try. You will be glad you did. That's Home and Kitchen Supply, 163 North Diamond Street, downtown Mansfield. We're building our future with you.
At Avita Home Health and Hospice, our caring professionals are ready to serve you with personally tailored services designed to meet the unique needs of each individual. When we take on a patient at Avita Home Health and Hospice, they really do feel like family. So when we take care of our family, we want to take care of the whole person. So we take care of them from our nurses, our aides, our physical, occupational, and speech therapists, but we also have people that tend to their hearts. So we have social workers, we have chaplains, and people that can help with the emotional side of their care.
At Avita Home Health and Hospice, we have a dedicated team that takes care of you. Caring for the whole person is our promise to you. From social and emotional well-being to the way the patient relates to their loved ones, we treat your family like our family.
Serving patients and their families wherever they call home, including assisted living facilities and nursing homes. Call 1-800-4NURSES to see if Avita can help administer your plan of custom care.
Are you looking for a solid career, job security, great pay, and rapid advancement? An important role with a global leader that invests in state-of-the-art technology, develops world-class solutions, and is committed to a cleaner tomorrow? Yeah, we have just what you're looking for.
I'm joined now by the player of the game presented by Mechanics Bank. Addie Pittman, got some new hardware there, some new bling bling, and it's gold this time for the first time in your career. So just talk about that, being a district champion, and what this represents for you individually.
Definitely doesn't feel real. We were all talking out there and we were just like, is this a prank? Like, this doesn't feel real, but we're so grateful to be able to come out here and pull out a win today and just to be better for each other, and hopefully we can move on and keep being better for each other and stronger for each other. So it definitely felt really good today.
And for this program, you know, so much heartbreak here. 7 years in a row, you guys have been beat in the district championship game. So to get over the hump, what was the sensation out there? A lot of hugs, of course. The fans were going kind of ballistic. How did it feel as a player to be a part of that?
It felt really good. You know, I'm grateful for every opportunity, and thank God every day for letting me be able to come out here and just get better every day and taking that opportunity. It felt really good and felt really exciting because we don't get to say goodbye to our seniors yet, and we can still play. So a lot of the hugs went there. We're just ready to get after it again and hopefully just keep coming out stronger every day and hope for a win on Tuesday. So
2 more goals for you, though, here tonight, and offensively, you're the weapon that they need to step up, and you're delivering right now. So if you can just comment on the fact that, you know, some shoes to fill, of course, in the lineup, and you've taken that on your shoulders, and it looks like you're loving it, you're enjoying it out there, and girls are looking for you up in the attacking third.
Yeah, it feels great. You know, definitely miss Hattie out there. We miss her so much. She's such a key asset on the field and definitely off the field, too, supporting us, so we're grateful for that as well. It feels really good to be able to step up and kind of fulfill those shoes, and it feels really good to be able to be that player and be confident wherever my coaches need me, and just to go out there and win with my team. It feels really good.
You talked about Tuesday night. The anticipated matchup is that you're going to get a chance to go head-to-head with Highland, who has not lost since opening night. They've been crushing the competition so far. Knowing that that's what lies ahead, and you get the opportunity and the challenge of taking on one of the top teams in the state, it's got to be exciting for you. As an individual getting ready this weekend, what do you think you're going to focus on?
I think I'm just going to focus on every day getting better, pushing myself to be that player out there that not only is stepping up to fulfill shoes, but being a role model for those on the field. It is going to be a good challenge on Tuesday, and we're grateful to even be out there. And we'll just have to see what happens, but hopefully we can go out there and just come out strong and put one in early.
It can't be all work, though. I know that you're still in the tournament, but you got to enjoy this one a little bit. You guys have anything scripted for what you're going to do this afternoon? Any type of after party? What's up?
I don't know. They kind of planned something for tomorrow as like a little team thing. Maybe carving pumpkins, something. I don't know. But just feels great. I think we're all going to go home and really enjoy ourselves, and we're not going home crying. So feels really good.
Big plus, of course. Happy tears, if anything, here this season. So, hey, big congratulations. I feel really great for the entire team and what you guys have been able to accomplish this season, and coming in as a little bit of an underdog this year, a new role for you guys, and you get over the top with the 2-1 victory. Who do you want to thank? Who do you want to shout out?
I just want to thank my friends and family, and I want to shout out Peyton Sturts.
All right. Addie Pittman, your MVP.
Thank you.
Again.
Contractors and do-it-yourselfers, this is Jeff Flowers from Home and Kitchen Supply, here to remind you that we are your best source for kitchens, baths, windows, doors, floors, and more. Quality products, friendly service, great prices. You owe it to yourself to give us a try. You will be glad you did. That's Home and Kitchen Supply, 163 North Diamond Street, downtown Mansfield. We're building our future with you.
Avita.
Our post-game show continues here at the Lexington Soccer Complex, where the Lady Warriors continue dancing. And you just heard from our MVP, Addie Pittman, feeling just blessed to be able to be in a situation where no negative sad tears this year. The seniors get at least another couple days of practice and they get the ultimate test coming up in a couple of nights against one of the top teams in the entire state in Medina Highland. I'm Brian Skowronski. I have been a part of the entertainment here this afternoon, along with, of course, the great soccer. Here are your final statistics of the match, presented by our good friends over at Baker's Collision. Ontario, pretty dominant offensively, but Lexington, really tip your cap to them and what Buck Morton were able to accomplish. They were smart, I think, in the second half in terms of their attack. Even though they got outshot more than 2-1 here on the afternoon, they had some really quality looks, counter strikes, getting into the attacking third. Had a couple of situations where they were like a 3-on-3 or a 4-on-4, so they presented some problems on the back line for Ontario. But you got to feel happy for Layla Stevens filling in back there in net. Jazzy Johnson, the sophomore, along with Sid McManus, they did excellent job of just helping out Nisi Powers along with Jakaya Trammell of just keeping the clean sheet when they needed to. They allowed the one goal on the backside, Lori cashing it in with 29 minutes to go, but the superstar of the match, and for the second time in a row here at the district level, Addie Pittman gets it done, the game winner with 20 minutes, 10 seconds remaining. So cool to see that kid showing out. Growing up here on this main stage, we knew that she's been a dynamo since she broke onto the scene. Varsity player instantly, one of the top scorers in the state as a sophomore, and then an awesome freshman year too. But this year now, with 2 more goals, her season total rises now on the season as one of the top scoring threats remaining in Division III with 29. What a stud. Helping her team march on into the regionals. Another team also from Richland County moving on into the regionals as well. The Lady Colts of Clear Fork. I think it's the first time for them since 2017. So very similar storyline to that of Ontario. Congratulations to those Colts for getting it done. Marching on. They'll continue to play next week as well. I want to thank all of our generous sponsors one more time, combining to bring you all of our coverage here tonight and every single night on the OH Report. We would not be able to do it at no cost to you without the help of our friends from Mechanics Bank and Charter Next Gen, and of course Avita Home Health and Hospice, Baker's Collision. You guys all have all been fantastic partners throughout the course of this postseason, and we hope it continues as we roll on into the regional rounds. Lots of football teams advancing too. Madison, the boys soccer team, just might punch their ticket into the round of regionals in a little bit as well. Their kickoff slated for 3 p.m. You can hear Travis Borardi on the call for that one. For Jory Hollenbeck, though, here this afternoon, I am Brian Skowronski saying so long from Lexington. Enjoy your Saturday afternoon and evening. Go Buckeyes, go Madison Rams, and go you. Serve yourself. You've earned it. It's been a tough week. Enjoy the weekend. So long, folks.